Hello there. What's up, chat? How is it going? So, um, what's going on today? Right? What's new? Long time no see, right? Ever since Sunday or something. So, like, I wouldn't say a bombshell, but all of the news are talking about some new, like, open source model, free software model, also, like MIT licensed, the AI model. So, what's all that about, right? Have you tried it yet? I know there is only one of you in chat, but I gotta keep the conversation going until some of you join at least. So I have been using various, I mean, like chat conversational models, like large language models for, various things, like helping me understand some of the program code, maybe even searching the internet, using all of the different ones, the paid ones, non-paid ones, local ones, remote ones. Do you use large language models, and maybe for what? I was actually hoping that there would be some interest in this chat because I don't have too much time. I'm a little bit short on time, and I'm going to have to make this fairly, how do I put it, short, I suppose, stream. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like, the DeepSeek one, right? And maybe we can fool around with it a little bit, and then I'm gonna have to go, right? So I can see that someone is appearing in chat, but still nothing in the actual chat. So Dave Carey, hi. I've played with them in LM Studio and have to say the 14B still is pretty good at abstract maths. 14B, you're talking about the DeepSeek, right? I'm just checking because there are like others that are also available locally, right? So I'm guessing that you also have a 16 gigs GPU like I do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be running a 14B model, right? DeepSeek-R1, okay, 14B. Yeah, makes sense. I was looking through the available models, and when I go to Olama website, there's a nice list over there. Let me just check it out one more time. So DeepSeek R1 has 1.5 billion parameters, 7B, 8B, 14B, 32B, 70B, and 671B. So the last one, obviously the most like the smartest one, or the biggest one, whatever you want to call it. That one seems to like use a limited amount of size per token, right? So it can fit. Let me just pull out where did it say it can like fit in a 4070 Ti Super and 64 gigs of system RAM. But do you even need system RAM at all for this? I mean, 4070 Ti is, as far as I remember, a 16 gig card. I mean, I have a Radeon 6800 XT with 16 gigs of RAM, and when I go over 16 gigs with a larger model, and when it leaks into system RAM, then it becomes horribly slow. So it's not really worth waiting for it. I'm just trying to find. Anyways, the largest model for 671 gigs. I think that one can tokenize within the biggest NVIDIA GPU, right? The one with 48 gigs of VRAM. Hi Zoran and dobro večer. Let's switch to the screen where I have it installed, right? So I'm using Olama like as a backend and the open web UI like a front end, which mimics like sort of chat GPT, right? But you can see here if this is readable that this is a local host. It's just running locally in a container, right? And what you can see here is how much my GPU VRAM is currently being taken, right? This will be slightly useful to understand how this works. So I can say hello, and it needs to load up at the model, right? So you can see it will fill up a little bit of VRAM when it loads. Okay, I actually picked the wrong one. Sorry. Okay, we are already at 13 gigs. I wanted to show you this one, the last one. Let's just quickly switch to this one. This should be hello. This should be 1.5 billion parameters. So the VRAM usage should drop to 3 to 4 gigs, I think. But it didn't actually unload the other one, or am I dreaming? Why is it still using 16 gigs? I was pretty sure that it will unload the other one. Let's go with Llama first. Hello, Llama. Yeah, okay, now it's unloading. Okay, let's give it a moment to load up. Okay, so this is 8 billion parameters Llama 3.1. Do you guys in chat have any question for the AI, for the large language model that I can use on each one of them, just for a comparison, like a question or a small math maybe task or something. Vladimir, hi. Actually, I'm actually going to record this, and let me just start recording now. I'm going to record all of this as a stream so I can publish it as a small video later. Give me another second. Give me another second to switch to my face. Dave Carey says maybe why does e pi equal -1? Okay, we can try that. Give me a second. I'm just going to announce this to my recorder so I can later publish it as a video. It may sound a little bit funny on stream, but I'm gonna need this a part of the video so I can cut it out later. Okay, so oh, PC lives again. Okay, this is kind of let's try to stop recording. Hey there. What happened to the PC? I have no clue. I don't know. It overloaded. Something overloaded. Maybe RAM, maybe VRAM. Let me see how we are breathing with RAM right now. It's actually fine at this moment. I don't know. On my phone, it seems to be working at the moment. Well, I guess the stream is ruined. Do you have swap? Yes, I do have swap. Have I wasn't actually having the HTOP open when the problem started happening, but load average went to 9. So actually, it was a lot more than 9. It's 9 now. It's 9 now, so it's actually recovering. I don't know what happened. I tried to stream and record and run large language model at once, so everything kind of crashed. I'm gonna keep my HTOP open this time so I can monitor how much RAM is being taken, because I only have 16 gigs of RAM, so maybe that's a little bit of a bottleneck here. Okay, I'm going to try to do this again, and this stream is going to be under half an hour at this point because I actually have to go outside, which is something that I wasn't considering when I announced the stream. So let's try again, and if PC breaks again, then yeah, what can I do? I'll go buy more RAM. Yeah, yeah, I understand. I actually have 32. In theory, it's just that my other 16 are actually here. They are having some issues. These two sticks. They actually work, and they successfully pass all memory tests, like all of them. It's just that you cannot touch them. As soon as you touch them, they reset your PC. Like touch them like this. And I don't have to tell you, if somebody is walking near the PC and there are small vibrations, PC resets. So I took these two out of the PC, and now my PC works fine, except that I'm a little bit short on memory. Yeah, they kind of short, but both of them, so that's a bit weird. Both of them in the exact same way. Okay, let's try to announce this once again for the... I'm going to try to record again for the possible video publishing later if my PC survives. Maybe I can close some of my Brave tabs. That could help a little bit. I have just closed like 10 tabs in Brave. That should help somewhat. And maybe I can close Telegram, and maybe I can close... What else can I close? GIMP. Oh, GIMP is still running. Discard changes. What else is running? Neko. Okay, let's kill Neko. And PDF viewer. Okay, enough RAM freed. Filters. Okay. Hello there and welcome to another video. So today we are exploring a new large language model from coming from China. It's an open source model, also free software, like MIT licensed, and it's called DeepSeek, is it? And of course, on my computer, I can only run like a 14 billion parameters model that can fit in my VRAM. So I guess let's get into it, right? Okay, so above my head you can see my VRAM usage, and hopefully my PC can survive both. And I haven't been recording this. Okay, never mind. Still me. I'm just gonna have to repeat that. This is actually what it looks like when I record stuff offline. I kind of tend to repeat several times until I get it right. Sometimes I say it right, but I wasn't recording. Sometimes I was recording, but I didn't say it right. Can you post another small window with HTOP or similar so we can monitor load while AI is running? You can monitor the VRAM usage above my head, but HTOP not really. There is no room for that on the screen. It will take up too much space. Let me announce myself just one more time. Okay. Hello there and welcome. So to another video, right? And China kind of released a new a large language model that is both open source and free software. And it's like a competition to, I wouldn't exactly say chat GPT, maybe in the space of the commercial stuff like the applications on your phone and all that whatnot. But what's special about it is the free software license, right? And the ability that you can actually run it on your computer, which is also the fact for many other large language models such as Meta's Llama, right? But the difference is in the licensing, right? So Llama's model is licensed with some kind of a Llama license that's not that open as a free software license would think, and this one actually is, and it's quite fast. And people have been reporting all over the world that they are being able to run it on their computers just fine. So let's give it a try to a 14B model, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and crop myself a little bit. So some of my friends here in chat said like try with this question. Why does, okay, and let's copy paste this here. Copy. Okay, so this is Llama's model 8B. Let's try that one first, and you can already see above my head that the VRAM usage is filling up. So this is the answer from Meta's model, right? Okay, so Meta's Llama has this kind of answer. Let's try this as well with the, let's just jump straight up to the DeepSeek-R1 14B model. Okay, this is going to like reload a different model. So let's type it hello and give it a moment so that it loads up. This will take a bit until it fills up my VRAM. It should go close to 16 as possible. So it's a 14 gigs model, right? Yeah, so what's special about the DeepSeek is that it thinks, it tells you what it is thinking about, right? You can clearly see that here. This is still thinking. It's not even giving me an answer yet. Hello, Nino. Yeah, so DeepSeek is really thinking very, very deeply about my question compared to Llama model, which just spewed an answer, right? So this is I'm actually not that good at math, so I'm not gonna pretend that I know the answer to this. But what you can see here as a very, very clear difference is its thinking process. So it says, all right, so I'm trying to understand why E, I suppose I'm E raised to the, oh no, that's the formula, sorry. Raised to the power of I times pi equals -1. That sounds a bit complicated at first glance, but maybe if I break it down step by step, it will make more sense. First, I know what E is a mathematical constant appropriately. Dave Carey says LM Studio uses latex in the output and looks very nice, but it's slower than Llama Web UI. Okay. Nino says, I looked into DeepSeek. Now here's something you should know. If you ask question Chinese Communist Party, censor it will not answer because it doesn't know, and devs don't want problems with CCP. Nino, here's the thing with free software and open source. Nothing can be censored, literally. So if the model that I have downloaded today is censored, as you said, then in half a day from now, there will be another model that is completely uncensored. So nothing will really stop you from uncensoring all of it. But let's just give it benefit of a doubt and tell me, how should I ask the question that you believe should be censored? What can you tell me about this? Nino, okay, I will ask that as the next question. Is that something that I can even put on YouTube? Okay, so currently it is thinking. Actually, no, this is the thinking over process. This is a little bit weird. So it wasn't even thinking about it. Okay. Did I type it right? Tianman, Tianman. Okay. Explain it. Okay, okay. So I suppose you're correct about that. Although I must tell you that I have no idea what that is. So I'm a bit of politics. How would I put it? Crippled regarding politics. So I have no idea what that is. Uh, Yili Ho says, but with internet access, will it phone home to China? That's my worry. Well, it is an open source model, and it runs inside a local. How would I put it? It's running locally, and the only thing that the model is giving it is like a brain, right? Not an interface to the internet. So technically, no, it cannot communicate outside of my computer, no matter which model it is, because the whole interface is not capable of doing any communication unless you use the model to like open up a port. Not on the model itself, but you need to have some underlying software that would give you like an API interface. There are various software that can do that, but this is usually used in order to connect to your development environment so that your IDE software in which you are programming can interface with the large language model and talk to it in order to understand the program code and give it some responses back and help you out with that. Nino, okay, okay, I believe you. It's just that uh, I wasn't expecting or not expecting this kind of answer. It's just what I'm telling you is that people will teach this model these things, right? So there will be a different version of this model which you can download uncensored, and it will give you answers. So if that's your jam, then you will be able to do that. You know, it's not like um, compare this to like Emacs source code. Okay, so Emacs was made by GNU. Emacs was mostly made by Richard Stallman in the beginning. So once Richard Stallman gave you his source code and gave you the license, but license is not important for what I'm going to say. So you got the source code and you don't like how the software works. the software cannot copy paste, for example, because Richard never installed this functionality. He hates copy pasting, and you shall not have copy paste. And then you edit the source code and you add the copy paste functionality into this same program. And now Emacs has copy pasting. This is the same logic behind the large language models when you receive the whole source code. And especially how it's licensed as MIT, right? So you can change it, you can retrain it, you can mix it up with others. Thing is, I'm not too much into the large language models because my computer is fairly weak to run the more capable ones. But you know, people are hobbyists into this, and they are basically doing all of this stuff at home, right? Especially the ones with larger NVIDIA cards. Can somebody remind me? How many times did I announce myself? Did I even record the? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did say it twice, right? I announced myself twice. Once without recording, and then with the recording. We have 15 more minutes until I need to go to do some family business. So let's ask it some non-political questions, or at least non-communist questions. Maybe we can ask it communist questions about my country. So I was born in Yugoslavia. For those of you who did not know that, we have been communist, socialist country, and I mostly don't remember almost any of it because I was a kid. But maybe we can ask it, do you know who Josip Broz Tito was? So this was my president when I was born, for a very short time, maybe just a year. Okay, so this is where it is thinking, right? And the thing that looks censored, I think this is actually Chinese font. I'm actually pretty sure that it is Chinese font and not censored, because I have run this model in a different terminal and it showed me something in Chinese. Let me just catch up with chat. DeepSeek R1 explained by retired Microsoft engineers video. Okay, I will check that out as well. Not right now on stream. I would love to show this video live on stream, but I'm too short on time. How long is that video actually? DeepSeek-R1 explained by retired Microsoft engineers. Please just give me minutes. Okay, so you know the fun part that I'm kind of vibing with is that you can see how the machine is thinking, right? How the model is using its, like, let's say, artificial neurons of its non-existent brain. All right, so the user asked if I know who Josip Broz Tito was. Let me break this down. First, I need to recall what I know about this person. He was a significant history figure from Yugoslavia. I should mention his roles as a partisan leader and president. Remember? I remember. Nice touch. That he was a key figure during World War II, leading the resistance against the Axis powers. That is important to highlight because it shows his leadership and impact during a critical time in history. He also played a role in the non-aligned movement, which means I should talk about his beep. And now the question is if this is censored or is it Chinese font. But I'm fairly certain that this is a Chinese font, which I might be able to. Actually, let's copy. Can we copy this and translate? Let's see if we can detect language to English. Yeah, this is Chinese font, as I told you. It's not censored. Foreign policy and how to maintain neutrality. This shows his international vision and influence on the third world. So this is this part. So the model is mixing up Chinese and English a little bit. I need to mention his legacy, especially regarding national unity and reform efforts. His death in 1980 marked the beginning of Yugoslavia's decline, so that's a key point. I should also touch on his personality, describing him as charismatic and respected both domestically. La 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 la. And this is where the thinking process ends, and this is where it combines the answers, right? The answers are actually different than the thinking process, but it's a little bit more streamlined. Dave says sometimes during thinking it will say something like, "Oh wait, could look at this another way." Yeah, I noticed that as well. Kada? Good is it? Okay, okay. Let's try to get it to say. Let's look at it from another angle. So let's ask him intentionally something with a wrong name, like how did Columbo discover America? Okay, so I have intentionally write this word in my language, how we call this person. So Columbus, right? And I want to see how it copes with slightly, I wouldn't say misspelled. I completely typed it wrong, right? So let's see how it responds to this. All right, so I need to figure out how Colombo discovered America. Wait, isn't it? There you go. I'll go back up there. Wait, isn't it Columbus? The user might have misspelled it. I should correct the spelling first. Christopher Columbus is the well-known explorer who crossed the Atlantic and reached the Americas in 1492. He was a sailor, la 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 la. And now the actual answer starts, right? So what else can we do? Did he have any children? All right, so I'm trying to find out if Christopher Columbus had any children. First off, I know that he is famous for sailing across the Atlantic Ocean and landing, la 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 la. Okay, let's start by thinking about who he was. He was an Italian explorer, la 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 la. And now to find out if he had children, I need to look into historical records from his life. I'm not sure off top of my head, so I'll have to think about what information is available. I know that he kept detailed logs and journals during his voyages. Maybe there's something in these writings. Also, since he was a public figure, he and worked closely with the Spanish royal court, there might be official records of historical documents that mention family members. From what I recall, he had some siblings, like a brother, but I'm not sure about children. Maybe there are letters and some kind of documents. I think I've heard the name Diego. I think I've heard the name Diego in relations. This sounds so much like how us, like some of the humors would think, like in their head. Also, considering that Columbus spent much of his life at sea and voyages, it might have been challenging for him to raise children. Now he is questioning if that was even possible for him to have children. Nice. I should also consider the time period he lived in. He lived in 4051 and died, so he had a relatively long adult life, during which he could have had children. Another angle is to look into his marriages. If he was married, that would increase the chances of having children. Thinking about historical biographies, I believe there are records indicating la la la. Also considering, to summarize my thoughts, Columbus was explorer, he kept journals, historical records, there are names like Diego given his long life. It is possible, I think I need to look up specific sources. Um, After some quick research, it seems that Christopher did, in fact, have children. His son, named Diego, became an important figure in the Spanish colony of Hispaniola after his father's voyages. So, yes, Christopher Columbus had at least one child, Diego. And now, after all of this thinking, we have the actual answer for the end user, which is me. Yes, Christopher Columbus had at least one child, a son named Diego. Diego played a significant role in the Spanish colony of Hispaniola following his father's voyages. Very entertaining, yes. Let's give it a quick fact check. Wiki Christopher Columbus. Okay, let's fix that. Let's open the wiki. And died, spouse, children, Diego, Ferdinand, Diego. This is the same person, I think. Yeah. Okay. Second son. Okay. So the large language model is, I would say, correct because it says had at least one child, a son named Diego. So the current model is clearly not large enough to remember all of the facts, but the way that it is thinking is quite on point, right? It is having little data that fits in the kind of a 14 billion parameters, right? Because it's a small model, like I think it's I don't remember what the size was, like 8 GB or 9. I kind of forgot. But the way it connects the dots is clearly different than what the other so far large language models do it. Vladimir says, looks like I'm just gonna install it for fun. Can R1 make new dad jokes? Please give me a dad joke. We'll ask in this way, and then we will ask it to make a new one. All right, I need to come up with a dad joke. Dad jokes are usually light-hearted and pun-based, often involving wordplay or dad-related humor. Let me think about some common themes in dad jokes: food, animals, everyday object, and wordplay. Maybe something with dad as a part of a joke. For example, playing on the word dad itself, or using a homophone like dad or dad, or perhaps a pun involving father, maybe combining it with something kids do. I would keep it simple and not too complicated since dad jokes are usually easy to understand. Let's brainstorm some ideas. Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts from their dads. Not quite. What did one plate say to another? Dad so much. Okay, that's a bit forced. Wait, maybe using dad as a part of the joke directly would be better. How about why don't fathers ever take a day off? Because they are always in a pinch. Pun on pinch meaning being needed. That one works. It's simple and ties in the idea that dads are always needed. Hence, they never take a full day off. Alternatively, another angle: why did Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. But this is more of a general joke rather than a specific dad joke. Let me think again, focusing on the dad. How about why don't dads ever lose their keys? Because they are always in the car. Not quite there. Maybe tweak it a little bit. Why dads ever lose their keys? Because they are always in the kitchen drawer where the bread is. Still not perfect. Let me try a different approach. Why do you call a bear with no ears bee? But that's a classic and no specific to that. Maybe something like, okay, this is taking a lot. So the final answer for the public: why did the dad bring a ladder to the beach? To reach his shorts. Alright, I need to come up with a dad joke that Spock from Star Trek would make. Since Spock is known for his logical and sometimes Vulcan-like responses, the joke should reflect that logic or maybe play on Spock's unique mannerism or catchphrases. First, let me think about Spock's characteristics. He is logical, emotionless, or at least appears so, and often uses phrases like live long and prosper, fascinating, or says things in a very deliberate, thoughtful way. Now, dad jokes are usually light-hearted, pun-based, or involve wordplay, perhaps using one of his famous sayings as the setup for a joke. For example, live long and prosper. Let me think of some examples. Why don't Vulcans ever get lost in the forest? Because they always know their way. It's logical. What did Spock say when his son asked for help with homework? Logical. Why is the Empire like a father? Because it's always there to guide you through strange new worlds. How does Spock feel about parenting? It's fascinating. Okay, I'm laughing because it's so stupid. What do you call a Vulcan parent who tells bedtime stories? A story parent. Why did Spock become a father? To ensure the logical continuation of his DNA. What is the best advice Spock would give to new dads? Link. Okay, okay. I'm dead. I'm dead. Why is Spock such a great dad? He has an infinite capacity for logic and snacks. What does? Okay, let's see what the final answer is. Why did Spock decide to become a father? To ensure the logical continuation of his DNA. Ah, I guess it is fine, right? Um, I think the new model is cool. I'm going to have to cut it here because I really need to go. I have to taxi my kid to school right now. Like literally right now, I have 2 more minutes. Do you guys want me to come back in maybe an hour to continue this fun, or should I just make a little video out of this and call it a day for now? Because all of you can pretty much download this from the internet. Just let me know, because 1 more minute and I have to go. Okay, so we're leaving the stream. Good. Thanks, Vladimir. I'm just gonna close it up so I can cut it out for later. Okay, that was kind of fun. So you can see what this model is capable of and how it thinks. So it displays all of its thoughts, and this part is kind of unique to this model, and it's kind of fun to even play around before it becomes a little bit more useful to wider array of usages. And I guess that's it for today's video, and thank you very much everyone who is sponsoring me both on Coffee and on YouTube membership. You all rock, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Okay, I just had to say all that because I needed it for our recording later. Okay. I don't know, leave a comment on the video, and I'm gonna see you later.